I'm really keen to talk about the building inspection and pull it back to that. The main reason being is having a building inspection and having those stage inspections is quite important. But the thing that concerns me most, because always thinking of the homeowner, is there are a lot of building inspectors out there. How do you choose a good one from a bad one? What's the measure? Is there what type of things are you looking for when you're picking your building inspector?
So number one, you should be looking for someone who has qualifications for a start.
Yep.
When I left Housespect, I had and for my own company, I had a bit of time to put some time into lobbying again the Building Commission, and once again I got knocked back by the Building Commission, and they said, no, we don't want to register them, we have no plans to register them, don't want to register them. I said, well, would you have any objections to us forming an association of inspectors that at least puts in a benchmark? So we established the building, a group of like-minded inspectors got together and we formed the Building Inspectors Association of WA.
Yep. And
the Building Inspectors Association is about personal excellence for building inspectors. So it's not an industry-wide body. It's just purely to make sure that if your inspector is a member of the BIA, then they're good at what they do.
Right.
And the slight qualification on that is some inspectors are good at all forms of inspection. So pre-purchase inspections, under construction, building commission, the whole gamut. Some of the inspectors in the BIA are good at just pre-purchase.
Yeah.
So just be careful when you're looking on the website.
We learnt that lesson.
To make sure that you check out, what the association rates these people as being able to do.
Yeah.
But basically, in simple terms, all the guys had to be a registered builder. All of the guys had to have professional indemnity insurance. You'll be amazed at the number that don't. All of the guys had to abide by a code of ethics, and you'd be surprised at the number of building inspectors that give backhanders to various people in the industry for work, that receive backhanders from subcontractors for recommendations to do work, that do inspections with the anticipation that they'll get the work to do the rectification. So we put in place a code of conduct to stamp out those sorts of practices. And we also took a good look at the actual reports that were being written, and we compared them. So there is an Australian standard for inspection and reporting, and we put these people's reports against that standard and measured how good they were, and we wanted an 80% pass mark on that. So they don't have to have 100% compliance. I mean, even my own reports, the Australian standard says that the address of the customer has to be in the report. Well, for a pre-purchase inspection, that's the house they're leaving, not the house they're going to. So having their address in the report doesn't really mean much. So you won't find that in my reports. But yes, we as much as possible, we're trying to get members to mirror what the requirements of the Australian standard are.
Right.
So yes, using the BIA is a good way of starting.
Yeah. And just make sure that they read the website, read each person's
correct
bio, or what it is.
As a very start, when you're looking for a building inspector, you probably should be looking at an Inspect WA member for a start, because that there's going to be a minimum level of qualifications. And then if you've got a particular problem, if you've got a building commission complaint or something that's really detailed or really complex, then maybe you should be looking at a BIA member as well, because they may have a better technical knowledge.
Yeah.
Better technical grasp.
Yeah. I think the best thing we can do for consumers right now is actually get that document that you gave to me. I know it's up in our private group, but get that up on either our website or our Facebook, so that people can access it.
it does take probably 500 inspections before you're comfortable in your own skin about that's normal, rather than being, rather than being dramatic about things, is like, no, that is definitely wrong versus maybe it's wrong, maybe it's not.